Hello, I'm Sandra from Sing, Play, Create Teaching Tips. Today I'm sharing a music lesson based on the core music concepts of beat, tempo, and pitch. We'll be taking the students through a nature-themed music and movement journey. By having students use their whole bodies to map these concepts, we're going to help them develop a kinesthetic understanding of the music. This kind of approach is rooted in Orff, Kodaly, and Dalcroze methodologies. In this video, I'll share with you all the steps you need to take for a complete music lesson using movement. After we sing our hello song, I like to review personal space. I use the bubblegum magic trick. I walk around the circle and I give everybody, because here's my magic bubblegum, I've grabbed it, and I toss a little piece of magic bubblegum into everyone's hand. They hold it there until everybody has their piece. Then we unwrap our bubblegum and pop it into our mouth and chew it up. Chew, don't talk, don't let it drop. And I say some funny things, and they have to keep it inside. And I chew it, and then we take a deep breath through our nose and blow the bubble through our mouth. And we make it big enough to cover our whole body all the way down to our toes. And we feel it, and we lean into it. Oh, this is my personal space. This is my bubble. You can get all of the links to the music and the lesson plans in the description. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you'll get notifications about my next video. Our first stop in our nature journey is going to go to the pond. I'm going to use the song 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Once I Caught a Fish Alive. Let's begin with a steady beat movement. We've gathered in a circle, and the middle of the circle is our pond. Oh, look, in the pond, I see some fish. We're gonna have a little imagination playing going on here, and then I'm gonna start the song. And you don't need the recording to do this. Just do it a cappella and have the students follow you around the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let them go again. And just stop right there. Have everybody take a deep breath. Now let's make some fish. And let's move our fish on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let them go again. And then release the fish back into the pond. There's a lot of ways you can play around with just that activity. You can take your time pretending to give them a fish, have them hold their fish. You can have them be a fish instead and just move this way like a fish. And in this video, we're not using movement props. We're just using our bodies. So we're going to pretend to be fish, and we're going to feel the steady beat. Then I'm going to ask the students to show me what their fish looks like moving on the beat. So I'll play the music, or we'll just sing the song, and I'll choose 5, 10, 15 to go in the middle, and they're going to move whatever way they choose to move on the beat like their version of a fish, and then we can tap out and trade places. And this is a really nice way to practice steady beat, use imagination, and we've used our whole body movement to help us internalize that pulse. For this kind of activity, I highly recommend you get some kind of hand drum that you can really hold on to, because it's just easier than having to try to play music, stop, start. Just get into the imagination with the kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Okay, and it's just easier to stop and start if you use some kind of a handheld instrument. After you do the imagination playing and moving on a steady beat, you can do a quick freeze game. So this is why a handheld instrument is really helpful. So we're going to do the song, and you tell the students, when the drum stops, it's time to freeze. Okay, So then that just makes it super easy to play a quick freeze game. And then it's time to sit down. We're going to move on to the next part of our journey. Now it's time to stop in the meadow, where we're going to see some swans and some bumblebees. The music that I use for this is Rimsky-Korsakov, Flight of the Bumblebee, and Camille Saint-Saëns, The Swan. That's because I'm teaching tempo. We're going to have fast bees and slow swans. In this activity, I'm not going to lead them. We've already led in the first activity, and that's part of it is because it's the beginning of class. I want to make sure I have everybody with me. Now we're all together. We're in this journey together. I can let go, and let's just start with questions. You can start with the swan or the bumblebee and just ask things like, who wants to show me how a bumblebee flies? And if you're doing this maybe with first grade, you can say, what's the tempo that a bumblebee flies? So you can ask these questions to your students as they fit, what you've been teaching them. If you were a swan gliding through the pond, how would that look? And just have them take turns showing you. This is easy. You could just divide the class in half. Have half of them do the movement real quick anywhere. You could say bees can go anywhere. Have them, when you play the drum, come back, other side plays. So it's a fun little game you can do. K to 2, they love these kind of games. Then I play the music. I'll play the swan or the bumblebee song, and let's see who can tell me which animal that is. Hopefully you can see that by having them do the movement first, then leading them to what the music means, connecting it to that movement is going to help them remember, think about it, understand it, get it better, faster even. Then you can do the music, the 2 sections, and have them take turns doing it with the music. If you're running out of time, you can stop there and do it with the music the next time. That works too. On our nature journey, we're going to see some more animals that live in the meadow. And so next we're going to just stay in the meadow, but we're going to do some pitch mapping with a frog and some butterflies. For this activity, I'm going to have the children stay seated, and I'm going to have their hands show me low and high. So I'm either going to sing or I'm going to play the song that I'm using. And I love to use the song Galump Went the Little Green Frog. I have a video using that. It's a high-low lesson. You can get more ideas about that by going here. And be sure to subscribe to our Patreon membership because you can get that lesson for free. And I'm just going to have them show me with the music, or if I'm singing it, using their hands, Galump, Galump went the little green frog, and go through the song, have them show you. Then we can talk about, how does the frog move? Does the frog move across like a shark in the ocean? If I have time, I can teach them the song. I can have them copy it back to me, then have them stand and do the frog movement, with either knees or with their hand, one or the other. They can do the movement and sing along. If you have more time, then you divide them into little groups and have them take turns splashing in the pond or across the meadow, across the lily pads. Just give them something to do in the middle while the other ones show the actions with their hands or their whole body. Galump is a great song to use because it does the low and the high. The other song is called Flying High and Low, and it's an original song. And I have some other movement activities that I've used with it that you can watch here on this channel. The first line of the song says, I'm a butterfly in the sky, flying high. So the activity would be for them to just listen to the song and move their hands like a butterfly. High, low. And then you could do the whole body movement with it. It's important to stop after you do the hand movement to stop and talk about what you're doing. So you could do a mini activity, play some high notes, have them show you where is that? Is that high? Is it low? Have their hand butterfly answer the question. And you could play, your piano, ukulele, or even sing, your choice of how you want to choose high and low pitch. Then we can do the whole movement, the whole body. Encourage them to really bend down low at their knees and up on the tippy toes for high. Then they can all circle back down to their spot in the circle. Now it's time to bring everything together in a springtime dance. Springtime Dance is a song that I wrote, and it is a video on the Kids Music channel. I do a lot of hand actions in the song, and they're easy to follow. I'm going to show you a snippet here of the video. And you can use the video, or you can find the song too on Spotify or any music channel.
Everything's blooming at the springtime dance. Everything's blooming at the springtime dance. Bees are buzzing, bunnies are hopping, birdies are flying, and the flowers grow to the sun.
Again, we're going to ask some questions. What do you think the animals would do at a springtime dance? What would they be celebrating? How would they move? And have them show you, talk, discuss, move around, use their whole bodies. And then you can pull up the video on YouTube and use that in your classroom. Now it's time to calm down, and we're going to paint a rainbow in the sky. We're going to use the song Rainbows in the Sky that I wrote, and we're going to use big movements with our hands. We can do two hands, rainbows in the sky. Lots of bending down and across the body, and then bending down to the ground. After we get everybody calmed down with the rainbow, it's time to sit down. We've melted to the ground, and we're just doing some nice breathing. And we can use our hands to help us breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In and out. If you have 5 more minutes, don't worry. Go through the nature journey in a discussion. Ask questions. Which animal shows me this note or this pitch or this sound? And then play a high or low sound. And you can go through the tempo. Which animal shows me this tempo? And then play fast tempo on something. And go through and play a little game, review, and then everybody lines up and we say goodbye. Thank you for coming on this musical nature journey with me today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's links in the description, lesson plans, and join our Patreon membership to gain access to our free resource library. And be sure to like this video. Let's keep kids moving and learning with music.
Sing, play, create.